How I got involved in the project. Miles Nistel, the producer, who I've worked with on another film called Wheelman, we did a movie together, sent me a script and said that Stephen Miller was directing it, and I read it, and I knew it was going to be good because Miles has great taste, and I was blown away and signed on. If I was going to describe the film to the audience, I would say it's very much like The Purge meets werewolves. It's one night a year under a supermoon. It's a pandemic, if you would, where people exposed to the moonlight turn into werewolves. And until the sun comes up, the people who haven't turned into werewolves have got to deal with this. My character, Wesley Marshall, is ex-military and a biophysicist who, from the year one, which was the previous year when we first had the supermoon epidemic, has been working on a cure. He has since taken over his brother, who is deceased from the supermoon. He's taken over his family and has vowed to make sure that they stay alive every year. And so I'm posed with the task of trying to figure out how to find a cure as well as keep my family alive. How is Werewolves different from previous projects? I would say probably it differs in the sense that it's the first time I've done a film like this where the effects are practical. So these wolves are real people in costumes. Big 7-foot dudes in wolf costumes that were made by some of the best people in the business. And it was really great to not have to act in front of a green screen or a piece of tape. And it really lent itself to the authenticity of the movie. Yeah, the creation of the werewolves by Alec Gillis, who created the creatures in Predator and Alien. The best in the business, top of the food chain. When I saw these costumes, when I first walked on set, I was blown away by how great they were. And, when you come on to something and there's somebody like Alec who is involved, it immediately reduces a lot of the stress of, is this going to be good or is this going to be a little cheesy? And cheesy never entered the conversation because it was him and his team. And it just gave us a great sense of confidence. My reaction when I saw the werewolf the first time was fear because they looked really scary. They're very big. They're the tallest guys I've ever seen in my life. I was to be honest, a little skeptical. And, of course, like anybody would be, because I'm so used to working in CGI. But then I saw the finished product and how amazing it is, and how I realized how we as filmmakers need to get back to more practical effects and get away from CGI a bit. Yeah, working with Stephen Miller, we had a great rapport even before we walked on set. We worked really hard tweaking the script and just talking about each scene, talking character and other cast members and who was going to come work with us. And right from jump, we had a great, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, you have a friend and a collaborator for a lifetime. And I feel like Stephen Miller is that guy with me. I hope that audiences take away a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of scares and wanting to see more. I think Werewolves lends itself to future films to see what happens the following year. And I think if we've done our job right, and I think we have, I think people will walk away feeling good about the 90 minutes they just spent. And that's what makes me that's my job, is my responsibility to the audience to make them happy.